how do we reset democratic decentralization? As a country, the only thing we can do to elevate decentralization to a higher height is to make elections of the MMDCs elective and move away from the appointive principle into a competitive democratic elections open to the Ghanaian public to determine who their DC is. That is how we can add to deepening democratic decentralization, elective. The conflict has been, and I'll just take your time to share an experience with you and make a confession. The conflict will be, are they to run as individuals or they are to run on the ticket of political parties? That this meeting must seek answers to and resolve it. And I'm particularly happy that your minister is here. So I'll share this. When President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo sought to amend the constitution to make DCs elective. So those of you who want to have a good laugh this morning, I share this with you. I was a minority leader, a very responsible minority leader. So we chose to punish Nana Addo Dankwa on matter of principle of constitutional law and law. Your minister is here. Coincidentally, he was the one I used together with Muntaka. So if you recall, so I don't want a repeat of this under the NDC government. So Nana Addo Dankwa wrote to the Speaker of Parliament for amendment to the constitution, having gone through Council of State, for us to elect MMDCs. In principle, we all agree that it should be elective. So those of you who have your constitution, go to Article 2413 or 2431, Article 2431, I'm sure, 2431. So Nana Addo Dankwa at the time as president then wrote to the Speaker of Parliament for us to amend Article 2431, which was to remove appointment of DCAs to make it elective. But you know Nana Addo Dankwa, brilliant constitutional lawyer. So in my culture, if you fall such a huge constitutional lawyer, you also become a hero. So I then told the minority that let's frustrate him constitutionally and legally. So you hear the story today. So I then told him and his whip that no NDC MP should comment on the constitutional amendment proposed by government for good reason. So they asked me why. So I am saying, let me recognize you. You are doing so well. So take note. You don't drive our government on the same path when you are advising the Minister for Local Government. So if you read Article 2431, it then provided for the elective election of the DCA. So President Nana Addo rightfully and tactfully and legally said, remove appointment and make it elective. Then his advisors, including his Attorney General, went to sleep. They didn't advise him on Article 2433 and 248. So I then told the minority that, Shroom, when 90 days have passed and the president cannot go back to Council of State, then we remind him that he's in error. That's how we defeated it. So we then reminded him that you cannot elect a DCA and then leave the power of the president to fire the same DCA. Is it done? So that's how we defeated Nana Addo, you know, good standing, strong constitutional lawyer. Then if you go to 248, it will tell you about contesting for MMDC. You come there as assemblyman, then in Ghana we pretend that is non-partisan. The pretense, it has to stop. What is non-partisan? When we all know what we do when it comes to election of MMDCs. So that is my take. Then my final take. So coordinating committee, your biggest headache. I'm a strong advocate and you're very supportive of your minister on the policy adoption.